All right, everybody, here we go on News 5 now. A boat stuck on a jetty in Orange Beach finally removed after almost 2 months. What will happen to it? Pensacola leaders are working to get more homeless shelters in the area. We'll let you know how. Plus, why runners in the Spring Hill area are on high alert. This is News 5 now.
This is News 5 Now, streaming live to your neighborhood and around the world.
Well, hello there, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us in the conversation here on News 5 Now. We do this every weekday at 5:30. We're going to talk about how you can join in on the conversation in just a moment. You can do that on Facebook right here where you are watching. But we have several things that we're going to do. We have our question of the day, which is a twofer today. Also, our Facebook poll, and we always start with our big stories of the day. So if you're ready, let's do that now. We begin with number 5, and that is all about Sean Diddy Combs facing another long list of sexual misconduct allegations. The disgraced music mogul faces 120 additional accusations, and more lawsuits are expected to be filed. Combs is currently in jail awaiting his sex trafficking trial. He has pleaded not guilty. Number 4 is a News 5 update. After almost 2 months, a boat that crashed onto a rock jetty at Perdido Pass in Orange Beach is no longer there. Crews from the Orange Beach Coastal Resources Department and the Gulf State Park removed the boat after they tell us the owner refused to do it, leading to the boat being declared deserted by the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency. The center console Nautic Star hit the east side of the jetty on August 12th. We're told it will be stored on park property until it can be disposed of properly. Now to number 3, Pensacola city leaders want to build small, temporary shelters for the homeless. They're looking for nonprofits willing to put them on their property. They say the need is greater than ever, with Florida's ban on sleeping in public taking effect this week. Pensacola Mayor D.C. Reeves plans to use roughly $1 million in American Rescue Plan Act funds to buy the shelters. He asked the Northwest Florida Homelessness Reduction Task Force to find out which nonprofits are willing to help. Although they are not permanent solutions, they'll keep occupants safe from the elements, and we're told they can be built in a matter of days. Number 2, National Walk and Roll to School Day being celebrated in Baldwin County. Students getting in on all the fun. Walk and Roll to School Day is meant to encourage kids to be more active and spend time outside while also showing them riding in a car or bus is not the only way to get to school. Number 1, owl attacks in Mobile. Now, this is not the actual owl doing the attacking. These are just images of owls. 6 people who live in Spring Hill have reported being attacked by an owl in the past few weeks. Wildlife experts say these birds are not trying to be malicious. They're protecting their habitats. They believe the owls behind these attacks are barred owls. They go on to say they're not afraid of humans and are known to be aggressive when protecting that habitat. However, they say they help our environment by hunting and eradicating rodents that could carry diseases that we do not want in our homes, right? Those are the 5 big stories of the day. And now let's talk about our question of the day. That is, Major League Baseball playoffs are here. Who are you rooting for? So let's see what you are saying. If I can get the mouse to work. Here we go. New York. That's what Melvin Johnson says. And David says it will be the Braves, but I'm saying Baltimore and LA Dodgers in the World Series. Already calling it. Wow, okay. Cheryl says the Atlanta Braves. Dig deep. Lisa, Kansas City Royals. Joseph says Braves and Royals. Those are his teams. And let's see, a lot of people commenting on that. Leslie and Derek, a lot of people talking about the Braves. And then Nikki says, go Phils, Red October. Jill, Detroit, they just beat Houston. Another vote for the Braves. A couple of them, Christy and Rhonda. 3 of them, actually, a few. Alicia also says, go Braves, chop on. And then You have Barry saying the Yankees. Then you have Kathy back to the Braves. Donald back to the Yankees. Uh-oh. A little fight brewing there. Connie back to the Braves. Wow, this is fun. Oh, then Anna Marie, Yankees, then Braves and Mets. Shane says Braves and Orioles. This is pretty good. Terrence, another one for Atlanta Braves. Dave, Atlanta Braves. Melanie, the Braves. Tara, everybody's saying Braves. Here's one for Cubs. I'm gonna give you this. Got to call it out, Jay. Jay says the Cubs, and he says, and I know they didn't make it. Patricia, giving some love to the Detroit Tigers and more for the Braves. Now, I mentioned today's question of the day is actually a twofer. We had two burning questions. We wanted to get your input in. This one is, who do you think won the vice presidential debate that went on last night? Angela says, definitely Vance. And Kelly says, once again, moderators were biased. And says, fact checking, when the rule was there was to be none, but JD Vance was amazing. A lot of comments on that. Some people saying tie. Ella says tie. And let's see. Evelyn says Vance is a champ. Ty says Vance. Jennifer says Vance. Kim, my mom said the same thing. I was talking with my mom right after this, and Kim says, to be honest, I just enjoyed watching a civil debate. My mom said the exact same thing last night when I was on the phone with her. Let's see. Melinda says it was a tie, but I am for Walls when it comes to the debate. Let's see. John also says it was a good debate. I thought Walls did a good job and won. Karen says Vance hands down. Ashlyn says Vance. And Cindy says thank you to both candidates. Kind of what we were just talking about for a civil, respectful debate. God bless America. We'll end that on that note because I think that is a very good point there. Now to our poll, also on our WKRG Facebook page. And today we're talking about the strike, day 2 of the dock workers strike. We've heard that it could, if it lasts long enough, again, there hasn't been one of these since the 70s. And if this lasts long enough, it could impact us as consumers as far as product availability and also an increase in the prices of products. So are you concerned about the impact on inflation when it comes to this strike? 87% say, oh yeah. 13% voted no. So there you go. That's what we have now. And we'll talk about what is to come tomorrow, because if you go to our Facebook page, which most of you are on, either you're watching on the WKRG Facebook page or WKRG.com. If you are watching on the Facebook page, you can scroll and you will see that we already have our question of the day for tomorrow up, which is, would you support a proposal to ban Glock switches in Alabama? That's a story we just had on the 4 on 5. Asher Red had that story. And this is the third push in Alabama. And now there's another push to have this happen. And we were talking about mass shootings in Alabama alone that have made national news. We talked about Birmingham mass shooting most recently. We also talked about the Sweet 16 birthday party in Dadeville and the one in 2022, New Year's Eve celebration, downtown Mobile. All of those involved Glock switches, these devices, which you can unfortunately get very easily, 3D printers, and you put them on a handgun, little device, and makes them fire like machine guns. So law enforcement friends have told me that when you're out in public, if somebody has one of those, they're so hard to control. In fact, Asher Red fired one today and echoed that, how hard they are to control with those Glock switches. If one is fired in public and you are in the vicinity, you are in danger because the bullets spray everywhere and they are, again, very hard to control. So that, again, is the question of the day that you can go ahead and give us your thoughts on that. We always want to hear from you. And you can vote in our next Facebook poll. Do you think Pete Rose should be a member of the National Baseball Hall of Fame? Let me see if we can, yeah, there we go. Let us know. Question of the day, the poll of the day, and then we will share the results tomorrow right here live at 5:30 on News 5 Now. Thank you all so much for joining us today. Love having each and every one of you. Thank you again for weighing in on our poll of the day, question of the day, so we can interact and get a feel of what you're thinking and share those thoughts. It's our way of just kind of getting together and having a conversation. Hope you'll join us for WKRG News 5 at 6, 6:30, 9, and 10, and right back here tomorrow at 5:30. Have a great one, everybody.